What is going on, my beautiful YouTube fam? Welcome back to 1.0 Exotics here. Today we're going to do a quick update on a good majority of the animals. We got some good updates, we got some bad updates, and today I just want to give you guys that full transparency of the good and bad of reptile keeping. So let's dive right on in. As usual, myself and Dragon Dreepy here is still hiding kind of right on back through that little crack. He is doing great, though. I was actually able to take him out today for one of the first times since he was a baby. Held him, we had him in the bathroom. He was running around, kind of just checking everything out, getting used to our presence and everything. I'll throw up some videos here and some pictures of him in there. And he was just doing great. And he didn't freak out, he didn't try to bite. So I have some really high hopes for him to tame down. And I can't wait to show you all that process. The other update I have for y'all is this tank right here behind me. These are my Dendrobates tinctoris dart frogs, green Sipilowinies. I love that name. They actually had some eggs for the first time this week. So here's a quick video of them with a little tadpole on their back. I was not expecting this, was not prepared for it either. So in the midst of the craziness over the weekend, I had to go and get everything prepared for that and get that set up for them. So take a quick look here at these little tadpole eggs that we have. So right here are a couple dart frog eggs that we have, little tadpoles developing on in here. We've got a couple of not so good ones, these two on the edge here, and two more on the side over here. From most of the research I was seeing, it's good to leave, or it's fine to leave those two in there, as long as they're not, infecting any of the other dart frogs. So I do have a little bit of a antifungal, antibacterial fish medication mixed up here. I've been dosing it in there as well, just to help that bacteria from spreading to the healthy frogs. Let's see if we can get a close up here on them. There's getting a little black line developing in the middle there, which means that they are fertile and they are developing as expected. And so if we move on over to the dart frogs here, we've got just a pair, a male and a female in here. We've got one just ran to the back. But since that happened, I was like, okay, we'll get you guys a nice water dish, give you an option of a little lens cap to drop some tadpoles off in. And then their main spot was this little coconut hide in here. I was like, this is where I found that first set of eggs. So I actually found that first clutch of eggs in this little hide here, this little coconut hide. And if I can get a light down in here, try to show y'all. But let's see if we can get a focus. Yeah. See those little round globs in there? This is not 3 days later. Oh, focus, come on. This is not 3 days later, and they've already laid another clutch of eggs. So we're going to go ahead and get those out, get those into the container, and I'll show y'all what those look like. Alrighty, so I actually got a fresh petri dish in there for them. So there we go, nice focus. I got a fresh petri dish in there, got the new eggs on out, and let's take a look at those guys. So we'll close this guy back on up. My makeshift lock, since this tank is slightly broken. All right, so bam, guys, here we go. We've got a whole another clutch here of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 eggs, if I counted that right. Damn. So just about 3 days ago, these ones that have the dark line going through them now were about this size, look just like that. I'll keep you all updated on that process of these guys, but I'm so excited to have some baby dart frogs, some froglets as they're called, and even some tadpoles swimming around, show you all the process of breeding these guys. And who knows, maybe we'll sell some out there. Maybe some of you guys are interested in buying them. I'll probably keep a couple to myself, just to be honest. But super excited for this process, guys. The next update here I wanted to show y'all is on my morning geckos. These guys have been breeding like crazy. Don't mind their semi-dirty but extremely overgrown tank. So there are tons of babies in here, so we'll do our best not to let anyone out. My plan is to get them mostly separated into some smaller enclosures. See, we got a baby right there in the middle, and there was a mom. Whoop, whoop. There's a body right there too. But my plan is to get these guys separated out into individual enclosures so they do not breed quite as much for me. But let's see if I can get a shot here. Oh man, I don't think I can get a shot of it. But in this tube right here, there's about 4 eggs inside that tube there. And then we've got at least 3 more straight back on that cork bark there. That's what they usually like to lay them. And yeah, these things are going nuts. So we're going to get them hopefully separated into some individual enclosures to help tone that down and not breed them quite as much, because I don't have a need to have 200 morning geckos. Now, if you guys can't see this blue light on behind me, this is going to be the next update. This is another clutch of eggs behind me that has gray star presence. So right on back here, you see I actually have it set quite cool. This species really does like it cooler. And we'll pull them on out here. Nice and gentle. Take it on over to Reptile Cart. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check out that video. Reptile Cart has changed my life. Right here is another clutch of 10 eggs. These guys are from my mountain horn dragon. Acanthosaur capra are the scientific name on these guys. And they laid these 10 in October, actually. So I've actually had these ones for a little while. And they've all been doing really well. There's a couple of them, like this guy back here in the corner, that is huge compared to the other ones. I don't see a ton of development in here when I'm candling them, but I have been able to find some good veins on most of them. So I'm just going to keep, as Snake Discovery would say, keep incubate till no debate is what they say. That's what it is. So you see there's a little bit something in there, a little bit something there. So yeah, guys, hopefully these guys, there's not a lot of research done on them. A lot of the people I've been talking to say they can take anywhere from 180 days to almost 365 days. Yep, that's a full year. So hopefully it doesn't quite take that long, but I'll keep you all posted on the update, or keep you all posted on the process of these guys, how they're doing, if they go bad at all. But yeah, I wanted to get you all a good insight on some of the eggs and some of the good vibes that are coming from the reptiles here at 1.0 Exotics. That leads me on over to the bad of this episode. If you guys are sad about some animals passing away, this is going to be talked about for the next portion of this video. So just to give you all a heads up, after I just showed you those mountain horn dragon eggs, to give you all a little bit of context, this in here is my mountain horn dragon. This is Sally. Oh, that'll focus. She's been doing great. I actually got her in October, and she came into me gravid, already full of those eggs. I set up this tank for her. This has been her hospital tank and quarantine tank for the last 3 or 4 months, and she's been doing great in here. She laid her eggs. Obviously, those are incubating amazingly, and we've just been, vibing. Hopefully, going to get some more next season from her. But the intention was to get a new breeding plan going with these guys. So I did have a male, as you notice I said did. The male's name was Mustang, and he was not the one that actually bred with her because she already came in like that. So on Saturday, I believe it was, when a whole bunch of reptile craziness was going on, I was finding dart frog eggs coming out my bee hole, and I noticed the male in here was not doing so well. So unfortunately, he did pass. I found his stomach quite bloated, and he was done. Within an hour of finding him, he didn't make it. So he has passed, and I unfortunately am not going to get him, necropsied or anything. I will keep y'all posted. When things like this happen. I don't believe it was a lack of care from myself. He was doing great. He was doing amazing. He had been having regular checkups from the vet. They both have, actually. They both have had medications, antibiotics. They've both been cleared of all their parasites. So this could have been a freak thing that happened from in the wild, maybe something he had left over, or it is possible he could have eaten something. I suspect that he may have eaten something that he wasn't supposed to. Shortly before I redid this enclosure, they did have, honestly, I don't even know what they were. I came home from work one day and there was about 3 wasps flying around in the tank. Don't know where they came from, and I don't know how wasps got in my house, let alone inside one specific reptile tank. And I panicked. I cleaned everything out. I transferred them into this new enclosure, and he was always a little off since then. He always hung out on this far side next to the water, and he didn't quite move. So I suspect he may have eaten one of those wasps flying around that, who knows, maybe stung him somewhere on the inside, and just ultimately led to his downfall. And yeah, I'm a little beaten up about it, so that's why this video update is a couple days late. I had to get myself together, compose myself so I could update y'all and let y'all know that we are down to 1 mountain horn dragon now. I do plan to get another one, maybe another pair, to hopefully have a trio in full. I do have a couple buddies in town that have the opposite sex have a male, so I may hit them up and see if we can work together for some breeding projects next year or something. That would be amazing. And yeah, I'll keep y'all updated on that process as well. And the last and final update I have for y'all is another tiny bit of sad news, but a little bit better from the last one. As you can see here behind me, my heat light is no longer on my green tree monitor. He is no longer in his gorgeous tank. He actually, on Saturday, when all of this craziness was happening, he had a prolapse. He pooped and tried to poop a little too hard. He is a little chunky. I was aware he was chunky. Me and the vet discussed this, that it could have been due to his chunkiness, that pushing on his innards caused some to fall out. So I will provide a slightly graphic image here for y'all. If you, maybe I won't, I don't know yet. If there's an image here, I decided to provide it. If not, I decided against it. Y'all can look it up if you need to. But some of his innards was falling out. I monitored him over Friday night, kept him in a sugar soak. Then we got him into the vet. The vet got him all taken care of, got it pushed back in. They actually did some stitches on him to help close his cloaca and hold that all together. He then spent the whole day up there at the vet. And that's when all this other craziness was happening. I came home, I was like, holy crap, we got frog eggs. What do I do with frog eggs? I was prepared that this was going to happen one day, not prepared that it was going to happen today. So ran to the pet store, got everything I needed for that so we can go there. Came home. That's when I found the mountain horn dragon was not doing well. And shortly then he passed. I then needed to rush back to the vet to pick up the green tree monitor and get him back here. And yeah, it was just a crazy day. That's the good and the bads of reptile keeping. You can go from one day having all your collection perfectly happy and healthy to having 2 sick animals and having, gosh, what is this? Like 15 frogulets coming? That's nuts. That's nuts, guys. So I did want to show y'all here down below. Show y'all down below here. This is Smog down here in his little hospital tank, looking all sad and depressed. He does have, see if I can get a zoom in on it here. He's got some little stitches right there on his backside, one on either side so they can help hold that cloaca closed. He has peed for me several times. I haven't gotten a poop from him since then, but been giving him some roaches, some smaller roaches, some crickets as well, and then some hard-boiled quail eggs just to see if he wants to eat anything. He is by no means underweight, and I am well aware of that. But yeah, we have a follow-up appointment with him this weekend to get him all checked out and hopefully get those stitches removed, but he should be just fine now. That is what's going on here at 1.0 Exotics. We've got some goods, we've got some bads. It's honestly not the weekend I would have wanted or wished on anyone, even with the new frogs coming. As much as they are exciting, I really did enjoy having a pair of mountain horn dragons, and I will do everything in my power to have another pair of mountain horn dragons in the near future. So I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all enjoyed the update here. Um, I'm not going to do a question of the day today because this is more of just an update video for y'all to see what's going on, where we're at with everyone, and yeah, that's about it. I'm going to stop rambling. I got nothing else for you. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you don't mind, please hit that like and subscribe button down below. It helps me out immensely and lets me know that y'all enjoy the content, and I keep coming back stronger and harder. Keeps me coming back stronger and with better content every time. So we catch y'all right back here in the next video at 1.0 Exotics. My name's Derek. I love all of you. Peace out.